Stephen A. Smith, sorry for Kim K. Prostitute tweet. Still talk topic on podcast. Stephen A. Smith deleted a tweet where he rhetorically asked if Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner were involved in turning tricks, despite talking about exactly that in his latest podcast. Here's the deal. Stephen A. Smith went live Friday with the latest episode of The Stephen A. Smith Show, where the ESPN personality talks about a number of issues unrelated to sports. In the one from last night, he decided to bring up Kim and Kris as a topic. Specifically, he discussed a clip from back in September in which Candace Owens was digging into Ray J's claims that Kris brokered the infamous sex tape between him and Kim. You'll recall, he went into all the alleged nitty-gritty about what he claims went down way back then, saying Kris was fully privy to what they were doing and claimed she essentially orchestrated it all behind the scenes. Ditto for Kim, he says, alleging she was in on it too. Stephen A. Smith says, is Kim Kardashian a prostitute? Is Kris Jenner a pimp? At the time, Candace talked about that on her own show. Again, back in September, and she floated the blunt allegation that, in her view, Kris had operated as a pimp in the instance. She also called Kim a prostitute in that clip, and now, for some reason, Stephen thought it'd be a good time to weigh in on it himself. Objectively, it's old news. He got into a little bit of trouble, though, because in teasing this episode, he tweeted, is Kim Kardashian a prostitute? Is Kris Jenner a pimp? He followed that tweet up with yet another, trying to add context, in which he explained that's what Candace Owens thinks. Unfortunately, the damage was done because none other than Patrick Beverly came to Kim's defense, saying she's a mother and that Stephen A. Smith shouldn't talk about her like that. Stephen replied saying Pat was right, and attributing his tweet to a clerical error. He deleted the tweet, but the actual clip of him talking about the exact topic is still up on YouTube. And guess what? The dude appears to somewhat agree with Candace, assuming what Ray J says is, in fact, true, as he clarifies in his breakdown of her argument. Stephen A. Smith says, clerical error, bro. You are absolutely right. That is being corrected right now as we speak. And for the record, I don't think of at Kim Kardashian the way, nor would I ever speak of her or any woman that way, which I've stated. That's for checking that issue. Patrick Beverly says, not cool. She has kids. Should not be the title or the topic. His sister, who was on as a guest, also kind of agreed on that front. She said if the claims against Kris were true, she can see where Candace was coming from. She does defend Kim, though. All in all, it's not a great look. Not only do they entertain the topic, but they seem to support Candace's take. Stephen has publicly supported Kim in the past, calling her a good mom, etc. But here, he seems to be leaning into bashing her a bit, and again, very much so out of nowhere.